Hannah with stampingwithdye.com, and I'm here with this week's Dies Shorts, and I have a cute little card to share with you. This week we did some paper piecing, and we talked about putting clothes on, or like patterns, right, on things. And I was just like, well, what happens if you have something that doesn't have clothes, right? But you still want to, put a little pizzazz, a little personality to them. So I thought that's what we would do today, something really quick and fun. And I'm going to be using one of the new stamp sets from this year's catalog, and it's fun. It's a little odd, but it's super cute. So that's what we're going to play with really quick. And let me get my phone switched over, and I'm so glad that you're here today. Okay, so let me flip this over and we will get started. All right, so I always have to start out with the hostess code for June. So this is this month's hostess code. Super easy to remember. If you forget it, you can refer back to the video, or if you go to my blog, there's a little doohickey on there that you can always grab it. And I want to thank everybody that placed their orders yesterday for the free shipping. It actually had me earn the next year's incentive trip, which is a Western Caribbean cruise. So that's pretty exciting. Hopefully things will be safe and we'll be able to do that. So I want to thank you so much for placing your orders. All right, so this is the stamp set that we're going to use today. And these are the Badger Besties. So this is true, right? They're super cute, but it's a little odd, like, are badgers cute? Are they nice? I don't know. But these guys are. I mean, they're little faces. So I thought we'd have some fun with those today. I'm also going to be using the Hostess paper. Now, I've talked about it before, and it's going to be used a lot this year, and that is the Pattern Party DSP. So if you are placing an order and it gives you hostess benefits, you definitely want to grab a pack of that. It is humongous. It's got like 48 sheets in there and all these fun patterns. So that's what we're going to use today. And there's also these fun shaker shapes. So I've used them before. I put them on the when I did the little diorama, the little peekaboo card, I used them on here. But today we're going to be using the hearts. So these are super fun. All right, so that's what we're going to be using. All right, I also have, oh, where is my die? Hold on. Good grief. All right. We're also using the stitched rectangles, which I left on the table. And the stitched So Sweetly dies. And in the new catalog, we have the Dotty Hearts. And they are super cute. Look at this one. Can you see this one? It's got all these fun little hearts. So they go very well with this DSP. So it's a twofer, right? You got an A and a B. So they're like the smaller ones. So when the catalog first started, it was one of the ones you couldn't get right away. But now you can. So if that was one of the things that you were like waiting on, make sure you pop on over to my store and you grab those. Hi, Jeannie. Okay, so we are going to be using, let's see, Bermuda Bay cardstock. Now that was not listed, I believe, on the doohickey. You know where it says what the cardstock color go with it? Because it mentions crushed curry, flirty flamingo, granny apple green, misty moonlight, pale papaya, petal pink, pool party, and poppy parade. But that DSP has so much colors going on. So I grab Bermuda Bay and it looks super good. So that's what I ended up going with. And then here is that cute little heart. Now you can turn it one way or the other. So if you turn it this way, the little dots are coming out. If you little dots are like going like in, right? Indented. But I wanted them to pop like out. So I'm going to stick my DSP on this side here. So hi Nancy. So Thursday, the phone company came. That's who we have our internet with. And they updated my modem. So I'm going to hope. So this is the first time I've done a live since I've got my modem. So we are going to cross our fingers that that was part of my issue. I'm still going to stay doing my videos here on YouTube. Even with the new modem. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this off. Just because I think I can reach more people. And I had quite a few of you say, you know, you didn't necessarily care. But there was a lot more people preferred the YouTube over Facebook. Not everybody does Facebook. Okay, so we have our cute little DSP on there. And it just, it puckered a little bit because what I did was, even though this wasn't to 3D embossing, I still sprayed it with some alcohol. And I just have a little spray bottle by my Scan and Cut and Emboss. And I usually like to spray the cardstock, you know, just with alcohol before I run it through. Not every time, but I just wanted to really be indented. And it just softens that cardstock up so that the folder holes or whatever you're doing, come on, glue, can get in there. All right, so that means I need to put my adhesive more on the edges just because of the way it bent my cardstock. All right, let me stand up so I can see a little better. Okay, so that looks good. So that's gonna go in there. So sweet. And then, so this is where I got my rectangle. So I have my little rectangle. And then I did Poppy Parade because that's part of the color that is going on. And then I stamped my You're My Bestie with Poppy Parade on the little teeny tiny rectangle. So I'm going to scoot down just a little bit. All right, so we're going to stamp our little badger with the memento on this rectangle here. And I don't know if this is a boy or a girl. Doesn't really matter. All right. So we have our cute little badger there. And then on the inside, while I have my ink pad open, I'll make sure I grab the right one. All right. So I also have a strip of the DSP. Look at that. Beautiful black and white stripes. All right. This DSP is amazing. All right, I mean, I probably have a stack like that thick of it. I just keep picking it. All right, so I'm gonna put this on the side, just so it goes with the front of the card. And you have a strip of it when you're trimming your cards down, so you might as well use it. All right, so thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you let me know you're here, where you're from. I love finding out. I do use the, what is it called? Analytics or whatever, because it will give you like information. It'll say like if you have women watching or men watching and where they're from. So it's kind of interesting to see where people come from. Okay, so let's see here. While I have my memento open, I also want to put my greeting. So it just says, thanks for being you. And I'm going to stamp it on some scrap just to make sure. And I inked it up good. All right, good. Hi, Rhonda. All right. So thanks for being you. And I'm just going to put that down on the bottom. down here. And then I want the little badger with the flower. And she's going to be on the inside. All right, so she's going to be in here. Like that. And this is just the basic white. All right. Now what I did was, ahead of time, I stamped these little badgers I'm using on that DSP. So we have a little, the front little badger, he's on the bumblebee. Ooh, look, see? Oh, this is just such fun paper. You need to get it. Okay, so we have the cute little guy here. Now, so this is what I was talking about. So we don't need no stinking naked badgers. We want badgers with clothes on. So I'm just going to take, this is just a, what is this? Paper Mate Inkjet Joy. It's just a pen. It's just a pen. And I'm going to put some clothes on my little badger. So I've seen people doing this with the bear set. Not a bear set, but there's a bear in a stamp set, and I can't even think what it's called. The one that I did the penguins. There's a bear that goes with it. So people have been dressing the bear, and I'm like, hey, we can. So I'm just taking my marker or my pen. So we've got those, and then this little girl. So we're going to make a boy and a girl. So this is the girl on the inside. So I'm just coming around, and you could practice on scrap. And let's give her a strap like that. And like this. And let's give her a little sleeve. And a pant leg, and finish her tail off. Okay, so now we've got our little badgers, and they've got some clothes on. But I don't want to cover the DSP because that's the whole fun of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of my blends, and I'm just going to add a little shadow here and there just to kind of emphasize where I drew. Because there would be, you know, a little bit of a shadow or whatever, but not a whole lot. I mean, all right. And then I will take my, so this was the light flirty flamingo. And then I'm going to take the dark daffodil. Hi, Anne. And do the same thing. So I'm just going to go around, just add a little bit of shadow to our clothes. Now, if you wanted, you could put a pocket, you could do whatever you want. But if you aren't sure, just stamp your little badgers on like scrap paper, not the DSP, and practice the outfits, you know, so you don't waste your DSP. Okay, so let me set that aside. Let me get these little guys back because I do want to add some color to them. Let me get my grid sheet. All right, so we're just going to add a little bit of color to our badgers. So I've got that flirty flamingo marker out. So we're going to put a little cheek underneath. Now I had to Google badger colors because it's not like we have those in the backyard. Unlike the Roadrunner, I'll let it drink and then I go, okay, run along now, because I don't want it eating my little baby quill. All right, so this is just the light and the dark petal pink for our faces. And then I chose to make my badgers be crumb cake. So I did see there's some gray ones, but I wanted to keep the colors kind of light, so that's why I just picked a crumb cake. Yes, Joe, better late than never. Okay, so then this is just a dark crumb cake. And I am giving them a little bit of color, even though they've got clothes coming. So I'm just adding, that's the dark. Now, if you wanted, you could have her be a whole different color, but I just made them be the same color. All right, so again, this is the dark crumb. But it's just so funny to have a little badger set, I think. All right, and then the little foot, that's gonna get covered, but okay. And then the light. So then it's just the light to finish off our little badgers. They are so, so cute though. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around the edge, and that way there's just a little bit of color along the edge where the clothing's going to go. Okay. And I also want to put a little bit of a ground, right? I don't believe badgers fly, so we have to ground them. All right, so there's going to be color there. And I should have put a little bit of the dark, hang on a minute, right here, where that head kind of goes over. Okay. Okay, let's see, make sure I got the right one. Did I? Yes, light. All right. All right, so I think I added enough. I can always add more when I bring the clothes over. Finish the little head. Okay. Then I want to use my Poppy Parade, and we have to ground them. All right, so to ground them, I'm just using the gray. So this is just a light gray granite. And what I mean by ground, I mean basically add some ground. So if you just go like this, it just looks like they're flying, right? They're floating on the page. But as soon as you take your little bit of gray underneath the feet, you have now grounded, and they're actually like on the ground. Now this little guy, he's kind of skipping. So I'm leaving this foot without a ground, right? Because he's kind of on his tiptoes. This foot is up in the air, but she's walking clear on the ground. All right, and then I'm going to color the cute little rose, because we're just going to assume that he gave her this rose. And the Poppy Parade, because Poppy Parade is part of the DSP. So I chose to pick it. And then I'm also going to use some Granny Apple on the stem, because that's part of the cardstock, or the DSP2. And then the yellow from the front. Okay, so she's going to go on the inside. So let's start gluing before we dress our badgers. So she's going to go on the inside of the card. Bring it on over here. Oop, I hit the phone, so now you're all jiggly. Oh, Jane, yay, you're here for a live. And I love it if you watch live or replay or whatever. Sometimes I will even re-listen because I'll like, why did I call it that color when it was this other color? So, okay, so we've got our little girl on the inside. Now, before we do this, I want to, so to me, it looked like this little guy was juggling or something, right? So that's why I want to use these. So these are the little shaker dealy bobs that I talked about. So we're going to bring this little guy over here. I'm just going to shake out some of these. But these are like pink. They're like a hot pink. Probably that, what is that new? That polished pink or magenta or whatever. So they're pretty pink looking. So what I want to do is I want to make them be Poppy Parade so that they match our cardstock. So I'm just going to take my Poppy Parade blends. Now they're tiny, And I'm just going to, with my finger, hold one side and hold another. And I'm just basically coloring them so that they're going to be poppy parade hearts instead of the hot pink that they are. All right, so I'll just let them dry over there. It shouldn't take too long. All right, let me pick these up. Da, da, da. All right, make sure my fingers aren't all messy. All right, so we're just gonna scoot them up there just a little bit so they can dry. All right, so now we have our cute little badger. And I'm just gonna take some green tip glue. I know, it's not called green tip glue. It's called Tombow Mono Liquid Glue. But it's green tip. All right, so we have our cute little badger. And I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just little tiny dots of glue. And then, with my picker-peckers. Oh my gosh, what did I say? Pick-to-peppers. It's actually the picker-upper tool, but it's got 5 million names. The picker-upper. I'm just going to lay my hearts on there. So now it looks like he's juggling the hearts. Oops, so see, it's pink because I flipped over. So now I'm just going to flip it over. It's so cute, right? All right, so he's got his little, so I'm gonna let them dry while I cut out the clothing. Hi, Stacy. All right, so I'm just gonna cut out the clothing. And it's stuck to my scissors. All right, so we're gonna quickly cut out. Now, I love cutting out DSP because it's nice and thin and it just cuts like butter. And this even looks like butter. So this is the bumblebee, but it kind of has this paisley. I love this one because it's got a paisley design to it. All right, so we just got, so just like I talked about earlier in the week, when you do paper piecing, just watch where your lines are in regards to which lines you're cutting off and which ones you're leaving on. So this one is the same idea. So it's kind of a repeat in a way, but just doing something totally different, right? That you might not think about. All right, so this little outfit's gonna go on this little guy. And then this is her little, it's like a romper, a jumper. I was going to make it a skirt. And then I kept it simple. I was like, I don't think I can do that. I mean, I might have been able to, but this was just a little easier. All right, so same thing. We're cutting her little outfit. And then I'm just going to use the green tip glue to glue them on. So this line gets cut there because her fur face will be over top. And I love this DSP. Can you tell me that I love this one with the leopardy things? So see where I had to draw that line? Because there was no line on that tail. It was like, so I just drew the line there. We can alter our stamps. It's a lot easier to alter them on paper. You don't want to mess with them for real life. Okay, we're going to set him up there while we dress her, just to make sure those hearts are good and dry. Okay, so we're going to put her little outfit on her. Look how cute that little outfit is on her. Hey, Candy. All right, so hopefully you can see okay. I like scooting down so I can see your comments, which makes the screen go up, but I want to pull her down just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive in the center Let me get it started. Come on, green tip glue. Give it a squeeze. All right. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Come on. I'm squeezing. I'm squeezing. Where's my poker? This is why. Let me get it. Whatchamacallit? Toothpick. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to put. I don't want to put a lot. Now that I've put a lot. All right. I just want to put some in the center, and then I'll get the edges. So I'm just putting it on the edge. Now it's like really coming out. All right. Pick up the clothing. And then we're going to dress our little girl with her cute little outfit. She is so cute. All right. So she's got her little outfit on. And then we're going to dress the little guy. So we'll get his clothing on him. It's just so fun. So then you go, oh, what else can I put clothing on? So I don't know who started drawing on the bear, but they were coloring them right on there. And I thought, well, I'm going to do similar, but I'm going to actually make it be the DSP. So there was like a little bit of a pattern. All right. Okay. So that's drying. All right. Let me get my Poppy Parade. So this is just the Stitch So Sweetly. So now I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. And I grabbed the big dimensionals today. Just so that it pops off of that Poppy Parade. But Candy, I guess I did color their faces. But the DSP did all the work for the clothing. All right, so that just goes in the center. Now this does not totally line up because this is a rectangle embossing or die, and then this is a Stitch So Sweetly. So there's not really one that totally fits in the center from the rectangles. So I just make it be the same on each side. All right, so let me close this and we'll put this on the front. And I'm going to use dimensionals again. So we have lots of popping going on. So this is Friday. So Friday nights is pizza night at our house. Isn't it bad? So it's kind of funny, right? I love any badger, yeah, I love all badger sets. Excuse me, I love all critter sets. Except I'm so bad. Oh wait, let me get my greeting. Hang on a minute. I didn't get the turtle, and I'm going no to the turtle. So I don't get them all. All right, so this is just the You're My Bestie. I'm going to put that on the bottom, and I'm using dimensionals. So we've got You're My Bestie, not upside down. So You're My Bestie, and it's about the center. It's a little hard to visualize a center when you have plain and DSP over here. It does totally mess with your eyeballs. All right, so there's You're My Bestie, but I'm also going to take a little red, little Poppy Parade heart. Let me get my glue going again. So I'm going to put a little bit of the glue, and I'm going to put one of my little Poppy Parade hearts there. So look how cute that is, right? It just finishes off that greeting. So we have our cute little You're My Bestie. And then I think I took all these off. Yes, I did. Let me stand up again. So that's going to go here. So I need to send this to my BFF. It's so cute. But isn't that fun? It's so stinking cute. So here's the one I was looking at. So this one I was like, whoa, I went like crazy with the hearts. I went, holy moly, how many hearts can you put on that card? So I did quite a few hearts on this one. So I toned down the hearts when I did this one here. But it is so fun. So you're my bestie. And then the little thanks for being you. And then this one, I put the thanks for being you above. So they're a little bit different. Oh, and you look at that. I didn't even call her. Look at, she's like real sexy. Look at that. I left her shoulder naked. I didn't even color all her. So now I just have to go back and color that. No big deal. But ooh, she was sexy there for a minute. There. Whew! Put some clothes on. Can't have no naked badgers. All right. But there. So that's just fun. That's think outside of the box when you look at your stamp, and especially when they're like fun, like a critter set, anything that is kind of like that. That's that you like that. Oh, and I forgot to color his armpit. I'll have to color his armpit. I was like so excited to put some clothes on him. I left half of them on color. So hopefully, so hopefully you'll give that stamp set a second look, right? Because they are really cute. So, and look at the other sets and put some clothes on those animals. All right, so I will say see you later. Have a great weekend, and I will see you. You like the critters too. You finally just purchased Birthday and the Chick is a bundle. Yeah, don't forget that. Is it Hey Chick and the Die? Yeah, the Hey Chick and the Die that aren't in the catalog, you only have till the end of this month to get those. If they're still available, they might even be all the way gone. So make sure you don't miss out on those. And I think that's all I'm going to jabber about. I will see you Monday for my Mimeograph Monday. If you have a request, make sure you let me know. Let me know by Sunday so that I can figure it out. Because sometimes I do have to figure it out. And have a good weekend too, Anne. All right. So thanks for joining me today. I got to go color my badger armpit. And we're having pizza tonight. So let me know down below what you guys like to eat on Friday nights. We've been eating pizza. All right. So I will say for really now, I'll let you go. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.